Welcome back to another episode of T1 and Minutes Tell It Like It Is. This is episode 2. Welcome. In this episode, we're going to be talking about DLC. So, T1, are you for DLC or against it?
Against it. Here's why. Now, I just most recently started buying DLC. And I generally only buy DLC when it expands the story. Microtransactions do have a place, but I like the way KI did it. The new Killer Instinct, Xbox One, that was cool. Here's a free game, here's a character, buy what you want. In that way, DLC works. Most companies either throw DLC on too late or completely abuse that shit. You know, I usually wait till all the DLC comes out for a game and buy it on Steam. Because they will get you. As long as people realize that they're getting reamed without a condom, I'm cool with that. Just know that you're not just paying what you paid for the game. You're ultimately playing for almost 2 to 3 extra games out of one game. Get your favorite game, and then buy all the DLC as soon as it comes out, and add up how much you actually pay for that game. Make sure it's a game that has a lot of DLC. Don't get one that has a couple packs. Don't do that. Make sure you know it's a game or genre with the game. There's a lot of DLC, and add up how much you pay for that game.
So basically what you do is you wait for the Game of the Year edition.
I choose to do that most of the time, yes.
That's
Ultimate Edition, Game of the Year Edition. Unless I know I'm going to play that shit a lot, whatever game it is, I wait.
But you do it. You sprinkle it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Some games you can't do that. You'll be left out in the cold. But, most of the time you can just wait.
So I want to get to a real touchy subject.
Lay it on me. Here we go.
Like, I don't know. Me personally, oh man, Capcom.
Woo!
So basically,
Get off.
So basically, what I want to do is I want to ask you about what do you think about, since it kind of segued through DLC, but what do you think about Capcom putting out Super Street Fighter 4, then charging you for the DLC, the extra costumes, all of that stuff, whatever that people are going to buy because people are going to buy it anyway. So the more you buy it, the more they get to see that formula works. So now you're getting up there, and then you're like, it's okay. It's okay. I'll buy this DLC because it doesn't matter. There ain't going to be another one for a while. Then a year later, they put out Super Street Fighter. Then you're like, okay, I'll make it the DLC this time. I'll make it the extra stuff this time. Even though, they didn't really add much. They added maybe like 4 characters, 2 stages, and now you're still paying $40. Then they're going to put out another DLC pack. Then they're going to do this all over again 4 or 5 times. How do you feel about that situation?
Oh, wow. Well, let me start off by saying, I guess I'm not getting a Capcom sponsor for anything because this video is about to hurt. Street Fighter is a classic example of abusing DLC, abusing add-ons. Street Fighter 2 is where people really got lashed on. That just, we all know all the positive it did for the community for fighting games and arcade games. We're not doing that. We're here to knock it. Let's get real, people. Wiki, or just either way, how many versions of just Street Fighter 2 are there? Just Street Fighter 2. How long did it take from Street Fighter 2, the World Warriors, to Street Fighter 3, the new generation? How many games? How many years? Capcom does not just go 1, 2, 3, 4. They went 1,
2, 2,
2,
2,
2,
2,
2,
2, 2.
Get them.
Like 5 times.
2. I mean,
Like
do you know how many
5
copies?
times.
Okay, look, let me just name.
I bought one of them.
Yeah.
I had Championship Edition. That's it.
Let me just name a few. We were still on Street Fighter 2.
Isn't there a Super Street Fighter 2?
Yep. Hold on. Let me name the ones off my brain that I can remember that I've actually put quarters in. Not even console yet, people. We're talking about quotas. Street Fighter 2, World Warrior. Street Fighter 2, Turbo. Street Fighter 2, Championship Edition. Super Street Fighter 2. You know what they did for each one of those games? So Street Fighter 2 couldn't use the bosses. Street Fighter Turbo, you can use the bosses. So they added a few characters. People, they were reaming us with DLC. This is a classic formula. Just look at Capcom's history. Just look at Street Fighter before you look at any other Capcom game. How many characters they add in Street Fighter 2 to Street Fighter Turbo, the Championship Edition?
2.
Like Balrog.
One was Vega Balrog.
Yeah, the four bosses. I think in Super Street Fighter 2 you could fight Akuma. Capcom makes fun of themselves in the new Dead Rising 3, the Ultimate Hyper Mix Edition, the add-on where you can play Hagar, all the skins. They make fun of themselves. They know what they do. Okay, Street Fighter 4.
What do you think about the price point? What do you think about putting Part 4 out and then a year later Super Street Fighter, and then maybe 2-year gap, then they put AE.
So
and then shortly after that, now we're at Ultra.
They already So hold on. Let's just forget what Seth said about them not coming out with another one. And the 4 new characters in Ultra? Let's jump to Ultra. I'm going to go back. Let's jump to Ultra. So the 4 new characters weren't new at all.
They were DLC. No, they were extra regular characters. Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
All they did was take...
import them, change a few properties, and that was that.
Poison, Hugo, Rolento.
And the same thing with the Street Fighter Cross Tekken DLC. A lot of those were imported from 3.
Elena's really not new. She's from Street Fighter 3. And before they put them in Ultra, Makoto, Dudley, what? These guys aren't new. So, and let's go back a little bit in the past. Remember the new character for Ultra that was supposedly brand new? You know, she is. She was never in a Street Fighter game before. It's a Capra. Oh, cool. Oh, wow, she's good.
Well, I mean, they had Jury. Jury is brand new, and Hakan's brand new.
But Jury and Junie from Alpha 3 and Decapre. What did Decapre and Cammy have in common? I mean,
moveset.
The moveset. It's the same damn sprite with a mask and a claw. Now, Capcom, you know what you did, okay? I can defend it or attack it. It doesn't matter. You know what you did. You got the money. Decapre was not hard for y'all to make. I was ready for a whole new looking character, a whole new character out of left field, and you gave me Cammy with a mask. Okay, you gave me another Bison doll. Not even one that doesn't look like Cammy. You couldn't bring back Jury or Junie. You couldn't get T-Hawk's sister. Oh, I did some lore. Don't worry. I care about the lore of Street Fighter. Most people don't. You know, he kind of mishmashed it. I read some Akuma Origins. I might even buy it. Maybe not after this video.
You're against it?
I'm generally against it. If I wasn't, then I'll buy it as soon as it came out. The company is too easy to abuse. Capcom is the poster boy for abusing DLC. How you gonna look? The characters were already on the game. When
let's segue back.
Okay, let's
segue back. So, we put it on the disc so that it could save disk space.
Oh, they hit you with the 1-2. Nah, I mean, saving disk space. You mean saving y'all work so you can charge us to unlock characters that are already there? You want the money. The pie, the cake, that's what it's about. Is that what you... Capcom, look, we're being real right now. Is that what's going on? You told me that? That's what's happening? That's what's hot? Hard disk, you're saving disk space. That's it? That actually was stated? That's the best y'all got? That was a PR person? You should have just told them, we enjoy microtransactions. You know? We put it on there already so there'd be no hang-ups. Real shit. I don't feel like making nothing up, man, 'cause that's just that bad. You could have just said, we put it on there because we wanted to. That's better than what you said, Capcom. That's better than whoever officially said that. We put it on there because we wanted to. We knew you'd find it anyway.
Alright, so to wrap up, you don't like DLC.
Generally, no.
You like to wait for the Game of the Year edition.
Uh-huh. For all that to come around,
Which is really smart because you save money. See, my way in on it is... I have to go against you on this one, D.
That's fine.
I'm for it because, you know, at the time when you're riding the wave of the game, you know, the game's new, the game's fresh. You love the game. You genuinely love the game. You're going to want to keep the lifespan of it going. And if you do away with DLC altogether, you will have no chance of the companies that actually do it right. You have no chance of expanding the story. You're not going to see Virgil's story from from Devil May Cry. You're not going to see his story. You're not going to see maybe Trish's story. You're not going to see any of that stuff because you're doing away with the whole thing. You can't just have it a little bit. Like, you have to completely abolish it or deal with it. I choose to deal with it. Did I buy some games in Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter? Did I buy some costume packs? Sure. Did I buy them all? Hell no. Because that shit got up to like $35, $40. I'll buy a few, just to keep the game going. Just to keep the game going. Now, on the other way in, with the whole Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4 AE, Ultra Street Fighter 4 AE, like, that's ridiculous. Like, Seth said, we're not going to do it. Then all of a sudden, they flipped that up as soon as he left. They automatically went through with the Ultra. So I'm just like, all right, whatever. So for me, I got pissed off, but I was not going to buy it for $40. As long as the price is reasonable, I'll do it. But I wasn't going to get duped like I got duped buying Super Street Fighter. Like, I had to shell out $40 for that shit. And then they decided to, do the upgrades. The upgrades aren't too bad. I upgraded from AE because $15. $15 is more reasonable because I know I'm not getting a complete game. Now, paying $60 and $40 multiple times, that's outrageous. Now, they did the smart thing. They lowered the cost of the price. If you already have the disc, why do you have to buy a whole another disc with most of that shit on it with a few extra bonuses and perks? That's just the way that I look at it. So I have to be for it in the sense of reasonability. Like, it has to be reasonable. Like, otherwise it doesn't make sense. Like, now if they would have came out and just deboed everybody to the gut with, okay, Super Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter 4, $60. Super Street Fighter 4, $60. Super Street Fighter AE, $60. And they tell you what's in it. Most of it is 2 stages, multiplayer perk, and 2 characters, 3 characters. Like, I don't know. So for me, I have to be for it. You're against it, and that's cool. At least we got to, get some stuff off our chest. And that is another episode of T1 and Menace. Tell it like it is. So we'll see you guys on the next one. We'll come up with another topic. See you guys later, man.
Peace.